Hey everyone, it's Ashley and Ada from Never Homemaker and Writing Chapter 3. And as I wrote earlier in the week, or maybe it was the weekend, we are going to do a video post answering some of the questions that we've received in our comments and email. So I'm really awkward on videos. I don't know if you've ever watched any in the past, but I tend to just sound like a robot. So I thought instead of having a script that I would put all the questions in a bowl and sort of pick them out randomly so that I'm caught off guard and seem maybe a little more natural. I don't know. But that's the reason I write more than doing video blogs. And Ada is due for a nap any minute, so we're going to hope she doesn't have a little meltdown. Alright, first one. Is Ada still on medicine for reflux, and did it work? Yes, Ada is on Axid for her reflux, and I know that reflux is kind of an overdiagnosed illness for little babies, but in Ada's case, it really was an issue. She was choking a lot, and there was one time that she was playing when she was really, really, really little. So I guess she wasn't really playing, we were playing with her, but we thought she was doing something funny, but she was really choking, and that's when we decided, I think at 3 weeks, to give her the medicine. And we increased the dosage at her 2-month appointment because it wasn't working as well anymore. But since then, we haven't increased her dosage, and she's doing a lot better now, so we're going to actually try to phase that out. For a while, I guess it's been about 4 months now, we've just kept it at a low dose, and I noticed there was one day we forgot to do it, and she still was spitting up quite a bit, but I think by now she might be better. So did it work? I would say yes, it did work, but you again have to talk to your pediatrician about if it's right for you, because all babies spit up, but for some babies it really is a legitimate problem. Alright, next one. What are you doing down there? Okay, what is your current sleep arrangement like? Yeah, this one's interesting because I never thought I would have an almost 6-month-old still sleeping in my bedroom. I know that a lot of people do it, but it just wasn't something we ever thought we were going to do. Ada is still sleeping actually in her little chair thing in her pack and play, which it's sort of just, we've held on to it since the reflux because sleeping in the chair really ensured that she wouldn't spit up and choke, and then also after a while she just kind of got used to it. So when we would try to give her naps in her crib, she would freak out if she was on her back. So she's still in our room in that arrangement, but for naps we've been, there's a cat over there. For naps we've been having her sleep in her crib, and I'm going to talk to her pediatrician because I was able to get her not sleeping with a swaddle, but she will not sleep on her back under any circumstances. So she likes to sleep on her stomach, and at this point, I mean, she's all over the place and can lift her head and roll around herself and probably would choose to just do it anyway, but of course, you know, you're always supposed to put babies to sleep on their backs. So I have a feeling she's going to be a stomach sleeper, but before I just let her do that at night, I want to talk to her pediatrician. And then sometimes around 3 or 4 a.m. when she gets up to eat, I end up just doing a little bit of bed sharing. It's not something that we do all the time, but it ends up just working out for us really well. But I'll talk more about that in another post because that's pretty controversial to just sort of mention in passing. So here's the next one. When will you start baby proofing, and what is your plan? I thought that was an interesting question because this morning I was writing an email and I looked away from Ada for just a couple minutes, and she had rolled halfway across the room towards one of the cats. Like, she doesn't crawl yet, but she had rolled herself and she was really far away from me. So I think she's going to be on the move before we know it, and we want to take a more minimalist approach to baby proofing because I don't want to have like a gazillion gates everywhere. Our house is pretty small. I think I asked some women on Twitter what they do, and they said take, you know, things on the ground and obviously get them up, and then the rest of it was sort of training. We don't really know yet. I didn't really think that she would be getting at all mobile by 6 months, which shows how I don't know anything about babies because it's a thing. It usually starts around then. But I guess we'll be learning more because she's going to be going all over the place pretty soon, aren't you? Yeah, that block is good. Alright. When did you start pumping, and how much of a freezer supply do you have? I started pumping pretty early just because of my curiosity. So I think I started around 3 or 4 weeks, not like regularly, but just sort of seeing what I could get. And at first I just got like an ounce or two. I started pumping more regularly around 6 weeks, which it's still pretty early, I think. But I was pumping 1 bottle a day for the first, I think, 3 months or 4 months. Whatever I have, I end up having about 2 weeks worth of milk for her, which I think for me being home right now is overkill because I'm now trying to figure out how to use it all. We have our own deep freezer, so it's not really an issue of it going bad, but I want to start using some of it. So yeah, I don't know how many ounces that translates to because I did count a while back and sort of do the calculations, but it's kind of totally gone right now from my brain. But I don't really think that there is a need for a huge freezer supply if you're not planning to work, or if, for example, you are planning to work. I heard that you really just need to pump like fresh and just have enough for like 1 day, and then you pump for that day and just replenish it like that. But I don't really know, so I think there might be other people who are more authority on that if they want to chime in. What has been the biggest change for you and Steven since becoming parents? I mean, obviously the sleep and all that stuff, but I think we were talking about it, and we are both really plan ahead kind of people. We like to like know what our plans are going to be. We like to we like to be places on time. And with Ada, it's not that she prevents us from planning ahead or doing things on time, but we have to be much more go with the flow people, which is good for us, but it's also just against our nature, which makes us sound kind of dorky. But we aren't really go with the flow people. We're trying more and more each day. Are you chewing? Okay. We have a lot of questions. So, what model of the Bob stroller do you have? We have the Revolution Sports Edition. Alright, this is like take 2 because the video stopped taping about halfway through the last video. So I'm hoping that we can kind of backtrack. Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Let's see, I've already answered that. That one. Where did you get Ada's dress from in your Ithaca post? And does Ada wear larger size clothing because of cloth diapers? Ada's dress came from, I think it was Target. And as far as if she wears a larger size clothing because of cloth diapers, she really hasn't been. I just started putting her into some 6 to 9 month clothing recently, but it's still really big on her. So I wouldn't necessarily say if you're going to do cloth that you have to get much larger sizes, but it all depends, of course, on the size of your baby. Ada's right around the 50th percentile, if that helps. But in general, we try to mostly buy her clothes at Goodwill and Salvation Army and stuff because she just outgrows them so quickly. And as far as when we buy new, I have sort of a like $4 rule. If the clothing is more than $4, obviously I'm shopping sales, then we don't get it. So like these little pants that she has on are from the Gap, and they were like $2.99. Which do you like better, the Moby Wrap or the Becco Carrier? When she was little, I think I liked the Moby Wrap more because she didn't really fit in the Becco Carrier, and she also was sleeping in it a lot, and I think it was really nice and cozy for like the winter. The Becco now is better because it's warmer out, and she really likes to sort of look around and see out of it. But I still bring out the Moby Wrap when she's having a bad day and just wants to be snuggled. What mommy and me classes do you recommend for younger babies? I don't have any recommendations because we haven't been to any. We had wanted to do mommy and me yoga, but I found out recently that it just isn't offered in my area. We don't live in a large city. We don't live in a small town either, but it's just there isn't anything here for it. Some classes that we're thinking about signing up for now that she's going to be 6 months old are the Water Babies class and maybe Kinder Music. I think I found another mom who wants to do those too, so that'll be fun. How do you get the borders like that around your photos? That one is simple. I have all my photos in Flickr, and right now I don't have, yeah? And I don't have any photo editing software, yeah? So it's just like a treatment in Flickr. That's really what it is. So if you like it, it's I think called San Carmen, and if you sign up for a Flickr account, it's just the default free editor. You said you have too many toys for Ada, so what is her favorite? Her favorite is still this little bumblebee guy from the video I did when she was like 10 weeks old. But as far as like her favorite thing right now, it's the cats. In fact, she's looking at a cat right now, and she loves petting them, which is more of a yank. And she loves just like looking at their faces. She'll laugh a lot. And is that a kitty? Is that a kitty? Yeah. Her favorite bigger toy is the doorway jumper, which I think my friend Sarah got me, and she just loves that doorway jumper, and I can easily take it from downstairs to upstairs and vice versa. It's great. So thanks, Sarah. How many pajamas or sleepers does Ada use? I have no idea how many I should get. Well, when she was newborn, I think we probably had like 50 of them because people just gave us so many. And it was kind of overwhelming in the wash. But now I think we have 5 or 6, which is a really good number because it's like one for every day of the week. But if she leaks or something in the night, it means that we can grab a fresh one for her and only have to do laundry every couple days. So that's just my opinion. I don't think you need more than 5 to 7 of them. Where did you get the tree decal in Ada's nursery? That was from Target. I will say if you have plaster walls like we do, it's falling off the walls. So I think it's probably going to be gone soon, which is sad. What kind of pump do you have, and how many manual, oh no, I wrote that down, and how many ounces can you pump at one time? I have a manual pump. It's the Harmony one from Medela. I've used electric pumps before, but I feel like, at least for me, that the manual is just fine. And I'm also not using it that often now. I think I had said earlier that I was pumping a bottle a day, and now I end up pumping still just 1 bottle a day. So I think to have an electric pump right now would be sort of overkill. As far as how many ounces I can pump at one time, I do between 4 and 5, which is just about how many she eats when she takes a bottle. I also think I've said the word overkill like 50 times in this video, which is overkill. How did you get Ada to start liking tummy time? My 4-month-old hates it. Ada hated it until probably 4.5 months, but we just started, it's not like we really did any special trick. We just started putting her on her stomach every single time we put her down to play. And she did not like it for a while, but it's like after a while she got kind of used to it. And so we just kept putting her on her stomach, And what are you chewing on? And as far as how we got her to sort of start rolling from her back to her stomach, we do naked time at night where we take off her diaper, because I read somewhere that cloth diaper babies sometimes have more trouble flipping because of just the bulk from the diaper. And that really just got her going. And ever since we started doing that every night, she's been just all over the place, which I know is also because she's getting older, but naked time is fun. It's really cute. So if your baby, I don't know, isn't rolling a lot, why don't you just take off their diaper and give it a try. When are you going to start solids? We're going to start solids probably pretty soon. She definitely is showing more of an interest at dinner time, and we have a little box of the oatmeal cereal on hand. I think we're just going to talk to our pediatrician one more time before we start at her 6-month appointment, and probably start soon after that, just doing a little bit. And we're, like I said in a previous post, we're probably going to do a little bit of baby-led weaning and the purees just to see what she takes to best, because we want to do what's best for her. I think the baby-led weaning thing is really cool, but I want to just do what works for Ada. Alright, we're on take 3 now because it stopped taping again. Thankfully, we were done with all the questions, so this one's getting tired, so I think we're going to have to just cut it short and go give her a nap. I just wanted to thank you guys again for all of your questions, and we enjoyed answering them. If you have any more, you can just email us at writingchapter3@gmail.com, and we will be happy to do another video post. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope that we helped you with some stuff. Bye. Say bye. You gonna smile? No. Okay. Bye.